Thanks to the awesome sauce of One Piece Stampede and the greatness of chapter 730, we got a taste, a glimpse, a look into what could potentially happen when Zoro and Fujitora start throwing hands, especially in Stampede. When I tell y'all that my theater, when all the way, like as if somebody just returned in wrestling, I mean, the whole theater was losing their minds when Zoro looked to his right. And to his right was our beloved Admiral Fujitora coming to throw down. And every time we cut back to it, and we would see Zoro throwing in Ultra Tiger Hunt, and then when we came back to it again, this man dropped the meteor. Listen, man. Chapter 730 brought up the possibility. And every time we watch it in the opening, when we see Sanji throwing down Kizaru and Zoro and Fujitora and Luffy and Akainu, it's always like, yo, one day we're gonna see them go in. And that day is coming soon. Because after Wano, I'm not sure if it'll be immediately after Wano or in the final war. I'm sure it'll probably end up being in the final war, considering who we're probably going to be going up against and whatnot in the Marines. So I look forward to seeing when exactly these things take place. But Zoro will fight Fujitora once again. And one day down the line, I want to talk about Sanji versus Kizaru and especially Luffy versus Akainu. But today, because I'm so hyped on Zoro versus Fujitora, I want to talk about that one first, man. You know, like, come on, man. When you watch Stampede, you can't tell me that you don't want to see that happen again. I mean, the fact that Fujitora, from the very moment that they first met, you know, Zoro felt something off about him, something iffy about him. Like, yo, who is this dude? He seems like he's different. He smells different. And he turned out to be a full-blown admiral, man. And we saw them clash. It was very interesting. And just the way that Zoro was like, hold on, bro, this is an admiral. And then Fujitora, of course, sent him down through the ground. But next time, we're talking post-Wano, post-Elbath, post possibly Mihawk. We're talking possibly post-Mihawk Zoro. Or if you don't want to give it post-Mihawk, then almost to Mihawk Zoro. Regardless, this man is going to be nasty. Nasty. Conquers coded Zoro versus Fujitora. Now, let me tell y'all something, man. In the movie, there was a scene when Fujitora brought down the meteor, and you got to see Zoro do the whole Daisen Sekai, and you know it was super goated. But it only cut it in half. We saw Mihawk one-shot the thing, not even a named attack. He just looked at it, one-shotted the meteor. You know what was left of it that Zoro cut in half. We're gonna get to a point, especially whenever Zoro and Fujitora throw down again, that if this man Fujitora attempts to drop a meteor on Zoro, he's gonna look at it, take out one blade, and that thing is gone. It is wiped into the next realm. He's gonna pull a Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann and he's gonna send that thing all the way into the depths of space, son. I'm not playing games. This is a shoot. I'm talking facts. When next time that happens, and Fujitora pulls up with that meteor and Zoro is on the level of Mihawk, and he's able to one-shot... Don't try, my boy. Don't try him. Getsuga attention. Bro, listen, man. That thing, man, is going to vaporize that meteor. And if he drops another one, he's going to vaporize that one. He's got 3 blades. He's got 3 blades. All right, so it's like stuff like that. Seeing how we fare. How we are going to be faring against an admiral. Because the thing is, after this arc, I know for a fact Luffy can box anyone. Anyone in this story after this, man. I'm not saying he can beat him, but he's boxing. Bring on the admirals, bring on the emperors. I don't care. That's my goat with the coat. But when it comes to his right-hand man, we saw what my boy is currently doing in Wano. Wait until we get to see what he's going to be able to do in a one-on-one situation against an admiral. And we get to see how far we've come. How far we've been able to propel ourselves in combat. To the fact where Zoro can take on Fujitora one-on-one and win. The potential abilities we can get in that battle. The respect, because we know how much Fujitora loves and respects Luffy. So for him to come in out of respect, takes on Zoro, because we know there was a sign of respect there. So we had that battle of mutual respect between a Marine Admiral and the right-hand man, the future world's strongest swordsman. It's gonna be one of the nastiest fights, bro. I mean, just not only is, just like I said, not only is the action gonna be great, but the character moments that are going to be in there, bro. I mean, the dialogue, the way certain panels are gonna be structured, because it is a battle between two high-level swordsmen. You know, you could have certain moments to where one of them blocks a blade, and because Fujitora has the gravity and Zoro comes in with so much strength, whether it be Enma or covered in Conqueror's coating, you're gonna start seeing some trees getting blown away, some mountains getting blown away. You feel me? So, a lot of hype and a lot of potential when it comes to their battle. Like I said, not only when it comes to combat, but when it comes to just straight up moments. Zoro has had a lot of phenomenal character moments in Wano. You know, outside of his amazing battle sequences and the super dope panels, to me, my favorite things that I've seen from Zoro in this arc is whenever he's, especially in stuff like chapter 1009 and 1010 and 1000 and what was it, 1 and 2, where you get to see this man bring out non-stop crazy feat after crazy feat after crazy feat. But that's not even the best part about those moments. It's the character moments. The fact that this man is putting his life on the line and being like, y'all ain't touching the king. Y'all ain't touching Luffy, and whatever happens, y'all ain't getting through me, son. Y'all have to get through me before you can get to them. Just the willingness to put himself in harm's way to stop an Ikaku sovereign. Bro, listen, man. He stopped an attack. Look at Kaido and Big Mom. I want y'all to look at Kaido and Big Mom. Just see all the craziness that they're capable of. And the fact that this man, however many seconds that it was, I don't care how many seconds it was, the fact that he was willing to do it, it's my boy, Zoro. It's my boy, dog. And this is the thing. When it comes to taking on somebody like a Fujitora, when it comes to taking on an admiral, you're gonna need to come in with that same type of will. Because Zoro at this point, he's aiming straight for the top. He's going straight for Mihawk, man. If you ain't Mihawk, you ain't nothing. And the thing is we've already seen the fruits of this man's training, and now we're seeing the full-on blossom of this man's capabilities with him gaining Conqueror's Haki within this arc, and the things that he can do, and the things that bloom within battle. So just imagine whenever he's placed in a scenario where there's no one else around him. It is no longer a 3v1, 2v, whatever. It is a 1v1 scenario. Two swordsmen, two high quality, high level swordsmen. And you're gonna have these moments of Fujitora looking at Zoro and be like, man, let's do this. You know, there's certain things going around. I don't hate you. I don't hate your crew. In fact, I love the Luffy, bro. I love the fact that he helped me to come to grips with my decision of wanting to abolish the Shichibukai system, right? Like, but he doesn't look at Zoro and be like, yo, at the end of the day, we're both swordsmen. So, you know, I have things that I'm carrying, you have things that you're carrying. There's a lot of baggage that we both have. Our blades are heavy. Our blades are heavy with the individuals that we defeated to get to this point. But next is the summit. Next is the peak. Who's gonna make it there? Because Mihawk's gonna be roaming free at this point. You feel me? So a real deal might end up being a situation to where if Zoro hasn't already fought Mihawk, then it's going to be Zoro versus Fujitora, and after that it'll be Zoro versus Mihawk, right? Or a little, like I said, I'm still trying to think about the time frame. I'm not entirely sure, but the fact remains that this battle is going to be taking place near end of series, you know, within that final saga. So when you think about final saga Zoro, when you think about current Zoro, it's already like, holy flag, man. The man, what he did to the roof of Onigashima is enough by itself, right? You could say it was Enma, but I say it was my boy using Enma, because ain't nobody, I could go in there and use Enma and that thing's going to kill me. You know, it takes a skilled individual, not only a skilled individual, but somebody willing to go out and want to attain that thing, to conquer it. And that's why I say that it makes sense this man has Conqueror's Haki, because he's telling that thing like, yo, you better calm down, son. You better calm down. Because if you don't calm down, I'm going to make you calm down. He's out here to conquer these seas. He's out here to go in and conquer every single swordsman that there is in order to ensure that he makes his way to the top. And there's one swordsman he's going to have to face. There's one individual he's going to have to throw down with. And that's Admiral Fujitora, man. And so when we get down to that point, and we start seeing these two individuals throw down, and we see the fullest extent, if he awakens, if Fujitora awakens in this fight, and we see the full-blown usage of that fruit, and everything that it's capable of, it is going to be a very, very hard battle for Zoro, man. You're going to get to see everything coming from that guy. Like I said, if it's awakened and we're seeing full-blown fruit versus Haki, fruit versus Ashura, fruit versus Conqueror's Coding, fruit versus the three sword, yo, it's gonna be too nasty. It's gonna be too nasty. Just like I said, man, filled with beautiful character moments, and when Zoro ends up defeating Fujitora, it's gonna be one of those moments that we're never gonna forget. In terms of Fujitora acknowledging this man as potentially being the strongest swordsman out there. And Zoro's gonna tell him something like, not yet. There's still one guy I gotta defeat. Like, you were a great opponent, but there's one guy still left, man. You know, you just build it up. Or like I said, if Zoro versus Mihawk already took place. But the thing is because I find Mihawk to be the strongest swordsman that Zoro's gonna face, then he's gotta fight Fujitora before that. Because I think Mihawk's stronger than Fujitora. That's just me, right? That's just me with what I've been given in the story. I think that, I mean, bro, like I said, I know Stampede ain't canon, but when my man is out here one-shotting meteors, I mean, what is Fujitora gonna do to Mihawk, man? I mean, they're gonna throw down, 100%. They're gonna throw down, he awakens, he's gonna do a whole bunch of damage to Mihawk. It's gonna be a difficult battle, but Mihawk's coming out with a dub. I mean, am I lying? Like, you know, Mihawk's coming out with a dub, right? But regardless, that's what makes me so excited, is that when we get to see Zoro versus Fujitora, we're gonna see how much we've grown since Dressrosa. How he's able to not only fare against an admiral, but truly push him up against the wall and really give it to him and win one-on-one against an admiral. These individuals that back in Water 7 one-shotted our entire crew, we're now taking on one-on-one. And it's like, what better way? I mean, it feels like it's already set in stone that we're going to get this rematch eventually. And how awesome is it going to be in those manga panels? And the way that Oda does those wonderful and gorgeous spreads, bro. To see these two individuals throw down some awesome fighting choreography. And have that final, you already know how it is with Zoro's fights, man. He always adds that amazing final spread that lets you know that battle's over. And so when we get that against Fujitora, that's going to hit different because that's an admiral, son. And when it comes to just Fujitora, like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing where his character goes. Not only from here, from where we're at in the story, because of course, he most certainly is one of those Marines that I have a lot of interest in when it comes to his motivations and the things that he wants to do. I mean, we all know what side of the spectrum he's on, but the thing is with the way that he thinks and the way that he approaches things and the respect that he has for individuals that aren't a part of his same cause. I look forward to seeing how he's going to move after this defeat. And how he's going to move, leading into that. Will he disobey orders just to have this battle against Zoro? Like, I look forward to seeing if pride will get in his way. And he'd be like, man, I'm a swordsman. I am an individual who prides myself in the way of the blade. And this man right here is worthy of it. Let's throw down. Even if Akainu's yelling in his ear, like, yo, I commanded you to go stop this guy. He's just going to hang up the Denmushi. Like, yo, let's go, man. Or something. I would just love to see some awesome character moments like that, especially when it comes to these two, because I just feel like the writing's on the wall that they're going to battle eventually, and when it does happen, it's going to show us so much, man, especially if we are at that point to where it's Sanji versus Kizaru, Fujitora versus Zoro, and Luffy versus Akainu all happening at the same time. We're not ready. We're not ready, man. But yo, let me know what y'all think about that potential matchup. Any moves or any things you would like to see within that fight, or some awesome character moments that you would like to theorize and speculate on in the comment section down below. Would love to read it, man, because this is one battle that I cannot wait to see, man. But y'all have an awesome day. Take care. One Piece greatness. Can't wait for that Zoro versus Fujitora, man. You already know it's going to hit different. Just based on what we've seen in Stampede, it's going to be legendary. When we finally get there, it's going to be legendary.